this room. But this is going to be step one right here from the west side of Cincinnati in firing Nancy Pelosi. We're going to start by doing that. We're going to start doing that by electing my friend and yours, Steve Chabot. Let me hear it loud for Steve Chabot.
Hey, I'm going to start off with Mike Robinson's line, since he isn't going to be able to say it. He's running against Dreehouse's sister. Why beat one Dreehouse this year when we could beat two? Hey, God bless Cheviot, right? All right. Here we are at Harvestville. I always love when they have a new anchor person in town from Chicago or some other big city, and they come to Cincinnati and they say Chabot or Cheviot or whatever it is. It's Cheviot, and we're proud of it. So. And it's what a beautiful neighborhood to be in. And I'm going to keep this real short. I know I say that and I give these long speeches. I really am going to keep it short today. But you know, we're doing great here. We are all very pleased and energetic and stuff. But our country is really going through some tough times. And the people that run the country right now, from the Obama administration to the Pelosi-Reed Congress, let's face it, they don't know what they're doing. And what they've done essentially is they've made the wrong moves almost every time. Rather than rely upon the private sector and personal responsibility, the energy of the American people and small businesses, they believe in big government, and that's what this stimulus package was all about. How many of you think that the stimulus idea was a good idea? It's been awful. We told them that it hasn't worked. You remember when the president said if we passed the stimulus bill that unemployment wouldn't go over 8%, and it's gone over 10%. And here in Ohio, it's still over 10%. It's absolutely outrageous. And then they moved to this cap and trade nonsense, a big new global warming energy tax, which is going to run up the cost on everything that you do to drive your car, to heat or cool your home. Now they passed it in the House. Fortunately, they didn't have the votes to pass it in the Senate. But we have to keep a close eye to them in the lame duck session, because they might try to push it through there. And then finally, probably the most, the worst bill that they've passed thus far. We do need to reform health care, but this horrible health care bill that the Inquirer called arrogant and that they called a sham. And these bills that I'm talking about right now, Mr. Dreehouse, who said that he was going to be a fiscal conservative, has voted with Nancy Pelosi 94.8% of the time. And how wonderful is it going to be that after the election day, we take the gavel out of Nancy Pelosi's hands? It'll be a wonderful day. So I can't wait. And we're going to work really hard, and clearly. And as you all know, I mean, it was a tough election last time, and we've seen what the country's gone through as a result of this election. We saw a 30% increase in the turnout in the strongest Democratic parts of the district last time. And unfortunately, we saw a 10% drop-off in the strongest Republican parts of the district last time. That's not going to happen this time, and today is the beginning of what we're going to do about that, because a lot of the folks here are going to get on those buses outside, and we're going to go down and we're going to do what? We're going to vote! All right! That's what we're going to do. And, lots of folks are going to go down, and you don't necessarily have to go down today if you have some other things you have to do, but we certainly want everybody, if possible, to vote early this year, although you can vote right up to the election day, November 2nd. But today is the beginning of that. And I think we're going to see a much better turnout this time from conservatives, and Tea Party representatives, and Republicans, and people who love their country and are very dissatisfied with the direction of the country. And it's beginning today. This is the first day that we can actually vote in this election. I used to be saying not one vote has been cast. There have been some votes cast. And I hope and I pray that you're not only going to cast some votes for me, but you're going to cast votes for the next speaker, who I'm going to introduce right now. There's no question in my mind that this person is going to be the next senator from the state of Ohio, but I'm not introducing him yet. Rob Portman, I had the opportunity to see firsthand what a great guy Rob Portman is and what a great leader he is for our country. The Bush administration saw it as well, and he worked there as the budget director and as our trade representative for the entire country around the world, and has done so many good things both for our community and for the country. And I can't wait to see one of our 2 votes in the Senate is from this gentleman here. because he may not be a West Sider, but he's a West Sider at heart. Let's give a great welcome to Ron Portman.